Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Breaking Bulletin, your go-to channel for the stories shaking up the world around us. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you do not miss a beat. Today, we are diving into a wild twist out of the Philippines. Vice President Sara Duterte has jetted off to The Hague as lawyers scramble to find legal lifelines for her father, ex-President Rodrigo Duterte, who was just arrested. What do you think? Can this family dynasty dodge this storm, or is justice finally catching up? Drop your thoughts in the comments as we unpack this blockbuster drama. Let us set the stage with the latest scoop. On March 11, 2025, Rodrigo Duterte, former Philippines president and a guy who ruled with an iron fist, was nabbed at Manila's airport on an international criminal court warrant, according to The Guardian that day. Hours later, he was on a plane to The Hague facing charges of crimes against humanity tied to his bloody war on drugs, and now his daughter Sara, the country's vice president, is racing to the Netherlands to fight back. It is a high-stakes showdown, and it has got the world watching. Why is this such a jaw-dropper? Well, Duterte's drug crackdown left thousands dead, some say 6,000, others 30,000, and he has never backed down, boasting about it even as the International Criminal Court closed in. Per CNN on March 11, 2025. Now, with Sara heading to The Hague and lawyers digging for remedies, this is not just a family affair, it is a clash of power, politics, and accountability shaking the Philippines to its core. How do you see this playing out? Legal win or global reckoning? Let me know below. I am dying to hear your take. Here is the vibe right now. The Duterte clan, once untouchable, finds itself in a corner, with Sara stepping up as her dad's fiercest defender, claiming he was forcibly taken to The Hague. Per Reuters on March 11, 2025. Meanwhile, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. is playing it cool, saying the arrest was legit, and human rights folks are cheering a long overdue win. What grabs you most about this saga? Family loyalty or the push for justice? Hit that like button if you are hooked, and let us dig into how this all exploded. So, how did this bombshell drop? It all kicked off on March 11, 2025, when Duterte landed in Manila from Hong Kong, only to get nabbed by cops at Ninoy Aquino International Airport, according to the Washington Post that day. The International Criminal Court had issued a warrant through Interpol, pinning him with crimes against humanity for his drug war killings. Think thousands gunned down from 2011 to 2019. By nightfall, he was on a chartered jet to The Hague, and the Philippines was buzzing. The scene was chaos. Duterte, 79, and leaning on a cane, grilled the cops on video, asking, "What crime have I committed?" As captured by his daughter Veronica and reported by NBC News on March 11, 2025, his lawyers and aides swarmed the airport, yelling about rights violations. But the plane took off anyway, with Marcos confirming it at a late-night presser. What do you think? Was this a slick operation or a rights mess? Share your vibe in the comments. I want to hear it. Sara Duterte was not sitting still. She tried storming Villamar Air Base, where her dad was held, only to get blocked, then blasted the government for surrendering him to a foreign court. Per CBC News on March 11, 2025. Hours later, she was on her way to The Hague, vowing to fight tooth and nail as vice president and daughter. How do you see her role here, hero or desperate? Drop your take below and subscribe if you are loving this roller coaster. The backstory is juicy too. Marcos and the Dutertes were allies in 2022. Sara ran as his VP, but that bond's been torched with her impeachment last month, and now this arrest. Per Time on March 10, 2025. Marcos flipped from dodging the International Criminal Court to cooperating, and some say it is political payback. What do you reckon? Is this justice or a power play? Hit that share button if you think more folks need to weigh in. Alright, why is Sara Duterte racing to The Hague? She is not just tagging along, she is leading the charge to save her dad, claiming on March 11, 2025, to Reuters that his arrest was oppression, not justice. She landed in the Netherlands on March 12, per Reuters. as lawyers filed Supreme Court petitions back home to block his transfer too late for that and argue the International Criminal Court has no juice since the Philippines quit in 2019. It is a Hail Mary move, and it has got guts. Her game plan is clear. Sara wants to rally legal firepower at The Hague, where the International Criminal Court sits, to challenge its grip on her dad. Per The Guardian on March 11, 2025, she says he should face Filipino courts if anywhere, not some foreign body, echoing his own defiance before takeoff. How do you feel about her jetting off smart strategy or family loyalty blinding her? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I am all ears. The stakes are sky high. If the International Criminal Court keeps Duterte, he could be the first Asian ex-leader tried there, facing charges of murder as a crime against humanity. 43 specific cases. Thousands more implied. Per Reuters on March 11, 2025. Sara's pushing for fair trial rights and maybe a jurisdictional knockout punch. What do you think? Can she pull this off? Or is the court locked in? Share your gut below and hit that like button if you are on edge. This is personal for her too. Sara's not just VP, she is a Duterte through and through. Raised in Davao, where her dad ruled as mayor, per BBC News on March 11, 2025, with her own political future impeachment looming and the family's dynasty wobbling, this trip is do or die. How much do you think family ties drive her here? Everything or just part? Let me know below and subscribe if you are glued to this drama. Now, let us zoom in on the legal scramble. Duterte's team is not messing around hours after his arrest. They hit the Philippines Supreme Court with a petition to declare the International Criminal Court powerless. Citing the 2019 withdrawal, per CBC News on March 11, 2025, they wanted him grounded in Manila, not shipped off, but that jet still flew. It is a bold swing, and it is not over yet. The argument is tricky. The International Criminal Court says it can still prosecute crimes from before the Philippines bailed, like Duterte's Davao days and presidency up to March 2019, per The Washington Post on March 11, 2025. His lawyers, led by ex-spokesman Salvador Panelo, call it bunk, saying the arrest was unlawful and his rights got trampled, per NPR on March 10th. What do you think? Does the court have legs here, or are they overreaching? Drop your take in the comments. I want to hear it. Sara's crew is digging deeper. They are exploring every angle: fair trial violations, health concerns at 79, even sovereignty claims to spring him from The Hague, per Al Jazeera on March 11, 2025. Panelo told reporters Duterte was denied a doctor and counsel at the airport, building a case for mistreatment. How strong do you reckon their shot is? Solid or shaky? Share your vibe below and hit that share button if you are hooked. The clock is ticking. International Criminal Court appeals judges greenlit this probe in 2023, rejecting Duterte's old objections, per AP News on March 11, 2025, and now he is in their turf. Lawyers need a miracle, maybe a jurisdictional win or a health plea to stall this train. What do you predict? Legal escape or lockdown? Drop your call in the comments and subscribe if you are loving this legal chess match. Let us talk about why this is even happening. Duterte's drug war. From 2016 to 2022 as president and before that as Davao mayor, he ran a campaign that left bodies in the streets, with police tallying over 6,200 dead, while rights groups like Amnesty International say 30,000 per their March 11, 2025 statement. He bragged about it, no apologies, saying he did it for his country, per NBC News on March 11th. It is brutal, and it is why he is in this mess. The details are grim. Police claimed shootouts, but witnesses told The Guardian on March 11, 2025, of executions, poor guys in slums, gunned down, evidence planted. A United Nations 2020 report called it a targeting of the powerless, and forensic digs found faked death certificates. How do you see this? Was it law and order or a bloodbath? Share your stance in the comments. I am curious. Victims' families are roaring now. Folks like Randy De Los Santos, whose nephew Kian was killed in 2017, told AP News on March 11, 2025, this arrest is long-awaited justice, but they want more cops too. Only a handful of officers have faced heat locally, like Kian's killers in 2018. What do you think? Should this widen, or is Duterte enough? Drop your thoughts below and hit that like button if you feel their pain. The world's split. Duterte's fans, 9 in 10 Filipinos, loved him in 2022. Per BBC News on March 11, 2025, call this foreign meddling, while activists cheer a crackdown on impunity. Per Amnesty International on March 11th, it is a tug-of-war, hero to some, monster to others. Where do you land, Team Duterte or Team Justice? Let me know below and share this if you are torn too. Now, let us zoom out. This is bigger than one arrest. The Duterte-Marcos feud is a soap opera. Allies in 2022, enemies now, with Sara's impeachment in February 2025 and her wild threat to kill Marcos if she dies. Per the Washington Post on March 11, 2025, Marcos turning Duterte over to the International Criminal Court feels like a checkmate in this power clash. How do you read this? Political revenge or just timing? Drop your take in the comments. I want to hear it. Sara's on thin ice. Impeachment's brewing in the Senate, and if she is out, the Duterte dynasty built on Davao's grip could crumble. Per BBC News on March 11, 2025. She was a 2028 presidential hopeful, but this Hague trip might tank her cred or rally her base. What do you think? Does this sink her or fire her up? Share your vibe below and hit that share button if you are hooked. Marcos is flexing too. He went from no international criminal court to sure, take him a flip tide to cutting Duterte's clout before midterms in May. Per Al Jazeera on March 11, 2025, it is risky. Duterte's fans could riot, but it might cement Marcos as boss. How do you see him playing this genius or gamble? Drop your call in the comments and subscribe if you are loving this power play. The fallout's global. China's watching, warning the International Criminal Court not to politicize. Per BBC News on March 11, 2025, while the United States and Europe back the court's move. This could shift Manila's alliances and spark unrest if Duterte's crew mobilizes. What do you reckon? Calm or chaos ahead? Let me know below and like this if you are on edge. So, can Duterte slip this noose? The International Criminal Court is not budging. It has got him on murder charges, with a rap sheet from Davao to his presidency. Per Reuters on March 11, 2025. Sara and the lawyers need a knockout, maybe proving the court's overstepped or his health's too frail, but history says it is tough. What do you think? Escape hatch or endgame? Drop your prediction in the comments. I am all ears. The court's track record is mixed. Only 11 convictions since 2002, per Reuters on March 11, 2025, but big fish like Duterte could be a win if they nail him. He could face life if guilty, though it's 79 times a factor. How do you see this trial? Slam dunk or slog? Share your gut below and hit that like button if you are guessing with me. Sara's next move matters. She is in The Hague now, pushing his rights, maybe meeting court officials, per The Guardian on March 11, 2025. If she flops, the Dutertes fade. If she wins, it is a comeback story. What do you reckon? Does she pull it off or crash? Drop your take in the comments and share this if you are rooting either way. The Philippines waits. Midterms loom, families mourn, and Duterte's fate could rewrite justice. They're either ending impunity or sparking a backlash. Per Time on March 10, 2025. What is your call? Peace or uproar next? Let me know below and subscribe for the next twist in this wild ride. Alright, folks, we have torn through this Philippines firestorm on Breaking Bulletin. Vice President Sara Duterte's dash to The Hague on March 12, 2025, as lawyers battle for her arrested dad. Rodrigo nabbed March 11th. per CNN, and more is a clash of family, power, and justice. From drug war ghosts to political vendettas, this is shaking Manila and beyond. What stuck with you most from this chaos? Share your big moment in the comments. I cannot wait to see it. This is why we roll at Breaking Bulletin, to unpack the big, bold stuff that hits us all and spark real talk. If you love this breakdown, smash that like button, share it with your squad, and subscribe. We have got tons more coming. Where do you see this landing, Duterte free or locked up? Drop your forecast below and let us keep the vibes going. Shout out to the Filipinos watching this unfold, who are the heartbeat of this story. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Stay sharp, stay loud, and I will catch you in the next one. What else do you want us to tackle on Breaking Bulletin? Tell me in the comments, and let us make this your channel for the stuff that matters.